Hi guys and girls, today I would like to introduce 10 or more than 10 methods to increase or speed up your Windows productivities. Windows productivities includes Windows 7, 8, 10 and or Mac Pro. These two systems are using the window operation methods. Now, what is a window operation method? You can click, use mouse pointer and use the keyboard together to get your job done. Now let's take a look first. The first method is to put your Windows taskbar on top. Well, why should we do this? Now let me explain to you. Now if I open a notepad, now maximize, you can see how to maximize. This is very convenient to maximize. When you draw a window, put the window up to the top. Now why we should put this taskbar? This is called the taskbar window, call it. Mac Pro has a taskbar too. MacBook Pro has a taskbar on the top. Well, we organize and taskbar on the top. There are several advantages. Now I explain to you that. Now you can see if I access the file and save. Now because I have saved my file now, and then I want to choose another software. I want to copy this piece of character to Microsoft Word. Now you can see this is working area here, and the Windows icon, Microsoft Word is here. Now I move the mouse pointer, is very long distance. Now I put this taskbar on the top to see how it affects my distance. Now this taskbar is locked. We unlock it and move it to the top. Now let's unlock. You can see a tiny dot here, and so you can move. Now let's do this icon turn up. Now move a little bit. Now I can move to the right or to the left. The Windows taskbar. Now we drag to the top of the window. Now let's look again. This is the working area here, and I want to copy this piece of string to the Windows Word. Now you can see this distance compared to the last distance is shortened 2 to 3 times on the length. Now I can use this is the Chinese version, Microsoft Word. It doesn't matter when you're using Windows Microsoft Word, because the arrangement of these icons are the same. Now let's Ctrl V. I can put the characters, the strings here, and now you can see it can dramatically shorten the working distance between the working area and the software icons on the top of the taskbar. This is the first advantage. Now the second, set one click on your Explorer just like Web Explorers do and does. Now let's take a look on the Explorer. Now we can access the title here by one click. Now see, I click the left button on the mouse, and then it responds immediately. Now the second method is to set one click on your is it typing mistake on your Explorer, just like Web Explorers do. Now File Explorer just like Web Explorers do. Now let's take a look at the File Explorer here. If I want to access the Pictures folder here, I click one, it will select only. Now let's see, I click, but if I double click, I select the Pictures folder and get into the folder. And now if I double click the sample pictures, it will get into the folder, inside the folder. Now what's the problem here is that if I can one click and get into the folder, it is very convenient and will release your finger restraint. It's health to you. It's very helpful to you. Now how can we set one click and get inside the folder? Take a look at this tab, File, Edit, View, Tools. Now let's take a Tools, Folder Options. Here, click items as follow. Single click when it is one click. Now I select one single click to open an item, point to select. Underline icon titles consistent with my browser. This browser means File Browser or File Explorer is this one. And underline icon titles when I point at them. This means what's different? Both of them single click can open or get inside the folder. Now let's take a look at what's the difference. This underline icon means when I point to a folder, it will underline what I pointed. Now let's see. Now, okay. Now, can you see this underline here? If I point to this, can you see the underline here? Or this underline here? Well, if you click just one click, it will get inside to the folder. Now let's try to the others. Now I pointed and underlined. Let's set the other options. What's the difference? Underlined icons. Underline icon titles consistent with my browser. This one will underline always. Now let's take a look. You see, I haven't pointed to the folder and the system has underlined for me. It means underline means just one click you can access to the folder. Okay, or folder or the files. Now let's take Dipper. Here, all the files names are underlined. Now let's get back to the setting folder options. I would like to use the underline icon only when I point at them. Here you would probably take those options. It is good for you to navigate the folders. Okay, apply. Oh, there are many more people don't know what's the difference between OK and apply. Apply means you select those options and apply to take effect on them, but didn't leave this option dialog. If you press OK, it would be do two things. It would apply the settings and affect and immediately and exit this dialog. Let's take a look. If I changed, then the applies activate, and I want to apply these settings. It's good for me and it's okay. So I want to exit and apply those settings. So I select OK. If you want to see the result of your choice but didn't leave this dialog, you can set apply. Okay, this is the second method to increase your productivity. Now let's take a look on the third one. Set your mouse pointer points to default key. Now, or not the key, default button. Now let's take a look what that means. About Notepad, you can see my mouse has pointed to the OK. Just I open this dialog. Now let's try to view help. Now there's no default button here, so the mouse pointer would default will be default put where your mouse be. Now let's take a look to the File Explorer settings to see what this means. Now you can see I opened the File Options dialog. The mouse pointer will point to the OK automatically, but this one I don't change anymore, so the default pointer is OK. So I just one click and it will select for me. Now how to set this function? Here, open Start and choose the control panel and select mouse. You can see how convenient one click button we've just set. Now take here to automatically to move pointer to the default button in a dialog box, just as we had done. Now the apply OK I have explained before, so you can check it later. Now the pointer will be automatically to jump to the mouse pointer will automatically. Now let's check the mouse will not be jump to the default key or button. Now you can see here the mouse pointer can jump to the default button OK automatically. Now what's the fourth? The fourth method, use the software shortcut hotkey like Ctrl+s, Ctrl+c, Ctrl+p in your. Now it's very useful for the work typing and do something. Okay. You are good today. Say. Now I use the shortcut Ctrl+A, select all, and then Ctrl+copy, Ctrl+c, Ctrl+c. Okay, I want to make several copies here, and then I Ctrl V, Ctrl V, Ctrl V, Ctrl V. Now see how convenient it is. Use the shortcut key is the most powerful tools. Now how to find shortcut key on each software application. Now let's take a look to the help. Now you can search the shortcut key from the help, Microsoft Office help. Now here type shortcut key, but in Chinese it's not shortcut key, it's function key. Let's take a look. Now here you can see Ctrl F means search, Ctrl find, find a piece of word in the whole document. So let's try this. Ctrl F. Here type something, type glad. Here the word help to search all the glad words to me. This is page 1, and this is okay. Now let's take a look at this. Good. Now here shows you totally have 2 pages, and now I cut here. It shows this result is on page 1 and this result is on page 2. Now let's take here. Now let's take a look on the 5 methods to increase your or speed up your productivity. Use the Windows shortcut key. What's that? Let's take a look on here. If I press Windows key on the keyboard, and then I press the D for desktop, or if I press Windows D, Windows+D key, now you can see I can go to the desktop now immediately. And how can I get into Windows Microsoft Word again? Well, you can simply press the Windows key again, Windows+D. Here you are. It's very convenient. Now there's a lot of shortcut key for Windows. You can search on the web. The second most used is the switch between the softwares. Windows Tab, Windows+Tab, tab. This one is what you want. The forest window, the front window is the active window for you. Now let's take a look. This is the help, Windows help. Now take a look here. Now let's take a look on this window. This is control panel. Oh, what? Oh, let's try again. Window tab. Now here is the first one, window on the first place. I release the window key, so it pop up the window here. Yeah. Now let's take a look on the 6 method to increase or speed up your productivity or your speed. Now put your frequent use software shortcut onto the taskbar. What is that? Here I didn't have any icons here because I have put them all to the taskbar icons. inside this icon how to do that. But first, I would like to put some useful, very frequently used software onto the desktop first. Now, what's the cell phone? Always show taskbar. Yes, the taskbar. There's many more functions here. You can adjust the speaker volume and switch those softwares between them, and you can access to any any directories here. And how's the benefits? It is always so here. You can access anything on the softwares or the functions of the window anytime. Now let's take a look on the 8. Put on your recent user folder onto the TaskBar Explorer icon. Now here is the taskbar. It's a file explorer on the taskbar. How can I put this? How can I put these folders here, and so I can access them immediately? Now, let me show you. Now, if I want to put this folder onto here, I can drag this folder and put here. You can see the Windows pointer pinned to Windows Explorer and then release. You can see here is your recent add folder shortcut. Now I close here, and then I want to go to the last Explorer, the folder, so I can simply click here. Now let's take a look. Yes, it does. There are many folders you will access during your work, like for example document folders. Just drag and put here, and then you have a document shortcut here. And I close here, and then open it, right click. Oh, I forgot to say, right click the mouse, point to the File Explorer and right click on the mouse, so you can see this pinned or unpinned shortcut here. If I don't want this one, I unpin from this list. Now it will drag here, and I put this up there, it will pin. And what does mean pin and unpinned mean? Because this is the recent used folder. When you opened more than 20, these folders will disappear and will be replaced by the recent one. So if you pinned here, it don't affect by how many folders you recently used. And so this is the very good method to tell you. Now let's take a look on the point 9 to increase or speed up your productivity. Set your desktop wallpaper to black color. Yeah, black color mean, what does mean? If you this one has some problems on the desktop icons, but yours will not. Yours will be normal. You can see here the icons are very clear if your background is black. So you can look at your LCD display or LED or TV set. The manufacturers always make their frame, their skeleton frame, holding this LCD by using a black color plastic, because black color will not reflect light and to stimulate your eyes and make you very tired during a long time to look at the computer or look at the TV. So black color is very soft to your eyes. Now I have set to my Firefox to black colors too. Set Power ShutDown icon and sleep icon onto taskbar. Now here, this is a very convenient icons. Look at here. I set and select this icon. Select this photo for this icon. Sleep means I put my, if I click here, it will go to sleep. The computer won't shut down, but cut off all the powers of the main board except some USB 5 volts, because 5 volts can energize a mouse pointer, or your mobile phone can be charged here. And the recent mainboard decided not to close the USB power supply, but almost every power will be cut. Remains the little power for the RAM to remember what the Windows days, for what Windows days. So it when you go to lunch for dinner or for dinner, leave your computer, sleep, and then after dinner, after lunch, and you can open your window quickly. My computer, if from the sleep state get into the Windows about 10 seconds. It's very quick, very quick. So this is the screen. This is the. But why don't we switch off the computer instead? Because when your computer start from the power on button, and it draws full powers from the power supply systems, because it will access the BIOS, access the hard disk, puts the CPU to full load, and then get into your Windows, maybe 3 to 5 minutes long. It's full power, 5 minutes long. So it's very wasted energy. You can simply sleep your machine just for you. Lift a while, not long time. Long time is better to switch off your computer. Now, how to set up these two icons? Now I show you how to do that. The desktop here. Now let's create a new shortcut. Now this type of location of the item. This one is the software you want to run. Here I would like to run the shutdown command. Actually, this command actually is a DOS command. If you was born on about 1980 centuries, now you will almost every computer operates on the DOS mode. It's not simply like this. It's very plain text and command interaction with the computer and the user. Now let's go to see what is this. Now click next. This one you can type yourself, or I will put it down to my web page. Look down there. Now here is the icon's name. Now this name we'll put in here. I would give it a better and nice name. Shutdown, capital. Okay, finish. Now here you have just created a shutdown icon, but I don't press it because if I press it, it will shut down immediately. Now I will change this icon into this one. It's a good look. Now property, right click on your mouse and select property. Now you see again, as I told you before, that the mouse pointer would always point to the default button. Like this one, it points to the OK button. Here I explained some more. This is the time. Zero time means shutdown. Exit means shutdown. And this is called the switch. Sometimes parameters for this command. This is called the time. This is the second in unit. 00 means 0 second. It will shut down immediately. If you want this computer shut down to 1 hour, then you type 3060 100 seconds. Now here you can change icon. Oops. Choose OK. We select OK, then it will come to this folder. Shell 32 Dynamic Link Library. Now select this one is my favorite, but you can choose the other one. Like I choose this one. It's up to you. Okay, see? Change. I have changed the icon to Ctrl+s. Okay, that's how I create a shutdown icon. Now I create another called sleep icon for the desktop. New shortcut, and then place the command again. Now this time I won't use the S switch. I would use Hibernate switch, or sometimes called sleep switch. Now this parameter we don't need. Next, here I won't call it shutdown again because it is sleep button. It is a sleep button, so I type his name as sleep. Now here change the icon for your easy to use. Properties. Change icon. Yeah, okay. Here I will use, you can look at me, my icon is like a tree. It means safe environment. Now you can choose the other icons from here. There are a lot of icons you can use. And now search this one. Okay, apply. Now if you put those switch, sleep or shutdown icons in, it is very convenient for you to shut down the computer without wait a second. It's very convenient for you to shut down the computer. Otherwise, you would do press start and then wait. Now press it again, and then go to here, select shutdown. It's 1 step, 2 step, 4 step. Now 4 step compress into 1 click. Okay, that's the benefit.